The airstrike. You've chosen to rent this weapon from the Manco store and you want to know how to use it before paying $1.99. Well, you've come to the right place. As the world's most qualified soldier main, I know all the realest tips and tricks to using this underlooked weapon. And while some launchers may claim to be way better than the airstrike, I am here to put those claims to rest. After watching this video, you'll come out of it with a godlike kill streak with chest hair and an 8-pack where your moves used to be. Let's get to it.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
As any F-16 pilot will attest, the best way to bomb civilians is to catch them by surprise. So if you're gonna try to get that clip size up for some epic bombing runs, try and get some height and take them from behind. If they see you coming, well, you're gonna get shot down pretty easily by almost any class that has concentrated damage. So, other soldiers, demos, heavies, snipers, especially snipers, are not someone to take on unless you want to get your head handed to you. Try and get them by surprise. Have other members of your team distract them and do all the work so that you can come in and scoop up the leftovers. Make sure to thank them for the target practice, because this battlefield just became a charred parking lot. There'll be nothing left by the time you're done. So, the best way to use this weapon is by staying in the air for as long as possible, which would be great if it wasn't for that oh-so-pesky gravity. So by using the secret knowledge of equipping the base jumper, you can stay in the air for an extended period of time. The airstrike is essentially useless without it, almost as if its sole purpose is to be paired together. I mean, why would you run the base jumper with any other build? You're better off using a banner, or a shotgun, or a pair of shoes, since, you know, no other rocket launcher really rewards you for being in the air and getting continued kills. Anyway, the base jumper helps you stay in the air longer to take advantage of that faster firing speed. But be warned, a very slow moving target is very easy to die. You're gonna get killed. A lot. So, be sure to look up a 2-hour tutorial on how to strafe. I promise it's worth it and not a totally bullshit made up mechanic. Trust me.
The President of the United fucking States of America. Who do you think I was talking about?
Alright, let's look at those stats. Which is what I would say if you didn't already know what the airstrike was. It's only been in the game for the last 8 years. It does slightly less damage and has a slightly smaller explosion radius, especially when you're up rocket jumping, which is the main gimmick of this weapon. But don't worry, it makes up for that with the fact that your clip size increases with each kill, and your firing speed is increased dramatically when you're in the air. So it doesn't matter if your rockets only do 76 max damage. If you can shoot out 8 of them in half of a second, they'll be dead no matter what! The best way to take advantage of this weapon you use when you're in the air is probably up when you're in the air. I don't know why you'd use it in ground combat unless you see a single spy sneaking around with low health. Find groups of enemies bundled together. You can normally see them frolicking about on a payload cart, rushing a choke point, or standing still on a control point, or cramming their way in through Macy's and it's a holiday sale. Point is, will you always get the kill? No, of course not, which is why it's okay to camp out on the flank waiting for single roaming enemies to wander by, stockpile some extra ammo, and bombs away! Sure, you'll be constantly running out of health and ammo, but who cares about all that? Because you'll be constantly seeing your name in the kill feed. So, now that you've learned all the ups and downs of the airstrike, I know you're eager to get off the bench and start playing. So equip your launcher, equip your parachute, and then hop into a game of man versus machine, baby! Use upgrades to completely neglect the only downsides of this weapon and realize its full potential as a straight upgrade to stock! Upgrade that clip size to get even more rockets to fire! Upgrade that ammo capacity because God knows you won't have enough reserve in casual! Oh, and don't forget rocket specialists to increase the blast radius and stop those robots dead in their tracks! Oh, and reload speed is a must! Now, you're unstoppable! The airstrike is potentially the most amazing, the greatest damage-dealing weapon in all of Soldier's arsenal! Because unlike the beggar's bazooka, this thing can actually aim and do damage. The only other thing I can possibly think of that can maybe outclass it is, oh, I don't know, the Liberty Launcher? Did you know that the Liberty Launcher is a straight upgrade from stock in MVM? Considering you can use upgrades to neglect its one and only downside, you can enjoy the benefits of extra rockets and extra firing speed from the get-go. Just increase your reload speed and you'll be a god! Everyone should go use the Liberty Launcher in MVM right now, and if anyone tries to tell you otherwise, let them know Waylon PK said go fuck yourself.
Find cover immediately. Don't look at the flash. Stretch out.
Final thoughts on the airstrike? Well, it's not unusable in casual mode, you just need to get creative with it. You know, have constant access to a medic, a dispenser, and enough teammates to distract your enemies with while they do the work so you can actually have fun and get kills. So I'd say if you're gonna use the airstrike, then you might as well call ahead and book an appointment with grief counseling. I'm Waylon PK, and I'm gonna go play TF2 Classic. Take care, cut your hair.